Hi folks, and welcome to the Filmulmer channel. And I made a video recently introducing my Castrum Woodsman, carving a wall hanger or a coat hanger. And well, I thought that it was a little bit too hectic, and so I decided to make another video to show you how I do this. What you want to take is a branch like this with a fork in it, and cut it beneath the fork. And this one is actually, unfortunately, a little bit worm infested, so I hope it'll turn out all right, no less. What I'm using this time is my trusty Victorinox Outrider SAK, and you will see me battening it, and what you want to do is you want to split off the rear of the branch, like so. In order to relieve stress from the blade, I fold it back onto 90-degree position, or somewhat, because that way you don't put so much stress on the locking mechanism. And actually, thing is, it doesn't do a lot of harm if the branch is just this diameter. That's not something. What we want to do now is fold back my knife to the to working position, and we want to make the back side. We carve the back side relatively flat, or like so. If you are a perfectionist, you can obviously do this a lot more precise than I'm just doing. I'm just a little bit in a hurry, so I remove the bark, also in order to see whether there are some worms beneath, or bugs, or what have you. Just removing the bark, and I want to create some a little bit of a more elaborate rounding behind the hook. But actually you wouldn't even need to, because if you choose the fork of the branch for fit in the first, you will be alright. Now I'm using a scooping cut to reduce the thickness below the hanger, to give me a better platform to work from. And it's a little bit tricky to not to carve toward oneself, and I'm cleaning it just a little bit up. Now I'm using a potato peeler grip to round off the hook a little bit. You can also decorate it by putting a groove in it, I will show you in a minute. And just rounding it a little bit, just going really fast. And I'm using a stop cut like so. Move the workpiece, not the knife, like so, because that way you get a little bit more precision. And I use a sort of a thumb push grip. You can add a lot of different decorations to. It's just up to your creativity, and I find this stop cut thingy really. It's a simple thing, but I find it rather nice. You can also put a little mushroom, make a little mushroom to the end, and like so. Just cleaning it up with more less pronounced cuts, using less effort to remove the more stark contrast facets. Actually, this branch isn't the best quality I could find. It was just a really fast thing. Like so. And you're left with something like this. You can always clean it up a little bit more. For children, it might be cool to use sandpaper, because these are rather difficult cuts, and they might get frustrated if it doesn't work out. So you could also use sandpaper to clean it up a little bit more. I put some facets at the end too, in order to make for a nicer and more rounded look, like so. And actually this is already functional, and you can always clean it up a little bit more. What I want to do now is I'll take the lovely oil on my SAK, and you could also use a drill bit or something. But as I said in the other video, I like it when you can make stuff like this in the woods with little implements. And I stabilize the awl when I'm drilling with thumb and index finger, in order not to have it fall back upon myself. And don't use a lot of pressure, because else the wood can crack, especially if it's some random wood you found. This might be a little bit of a bummer if you put some work into it, and as soon as the tip is coming out on the other side, like so, see that, you can go the other way around and drill the rest of it all the way through. It doesn't need to be, if you want to nail it to a board or something, the hole doesn't need to be all the way the same diameter through, just big enough to put a nail through. I'm starting, since space is so limited. Oh, I forgot something, because I also want to clean up the lower end a little bit. So that's also rather easily done, like so. Could also put on some tiny facets on, like so, and take care to fold the blade back in before you fold out the awl. Well, that sounds a little bit like Captain Obvious, but on the other hand, better safe than sorry, and I want to at least mention it. I'm not thinking you're mentally challenged, but actually I did forget it in the beginning when I was a kid, obviously, and I don't know who's watching, and I don't want another pointy finger, but I think better I mention it before anyone hurts himself or herself. And actually I forgot once, and you see, the awl is coming through, and now I can use the awl to ream the rest. And as I said, it doesn't need to be precisely as you it's not a it's not for a screw to sit in. It's not a winch or something. So, and just like that, if you clean up the rest of the bark a little bit, just a little bit will do, and cutting away there's a wormhole, and carving away a bit of the diameter in the process. You can also add some different shapes to it, and if you just want to remove the bark or the bast of the wood, then you just need a long straight cut with little effort, just a little bit. What you are aiming for are long, fine shavings, and just like that you get a really lovely surface. And well, and as I said, in this cramped situation going on there, you can also use, especially when you're working with kids, you can also use sandpaper to good effect, and you can always clean it up a little bit. I like to use for an oil a mixture of beeswax, linseed oil, and resin, or spruce fir resin with beeswax and spirit alcohol, plus some misselberries, which is my own trademark recipe for a varnish. We'll make a video on that too. And maybe hot wax it a little bit to bring out the grain. You can stain. You could also stain it with. I like to put steel wool into vinegar, or use the concoction of salt, vinegar, and citric acid, which I use for etching Damascus blades or bluing blades, which gets some ferrum in it afterwards. It gets really dark, and you can use this or recycle this by painting it on the wood to bring out the grain, and take some fine sandpaper to polish away the lighter parts, the higher parts, and then use a mixture of linseed oil, other oils. If you're going to be outside, you can use tung oil or neem oil or something, and or maybe I take my my concoction I use for a varnish. So that's that. You got a just like that. You get a little wall hanger, which is really simple and satisfying project. If you were to whittle another one and either put it on onto the back side of it, like so, you would also get a nice pot hanger. But this is something I want to make another video of, because you could use some wood joinery to make this without nails, and really simple, satisfying project. Gets your minds off things, satisfying, adds a little bit of woodsman flair to your entrance hall or living room or something. Awesome to hang your ditty bag to or something, and rather rustic and decorative. And you obviously can put a lot of more effort into it, but as you see, it's made with really simple tools. Love my Vic Outrider for it's a toolbox in your hand, in your pocket, and that's that. If you're just on a bimble through the woods with very light package or something, this is a project you can easily make, whittling on a sitting on a stump, whittling away. Even in your lunch break or something, really satisfying. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that was halfway inspiring or informative or entertaining. Making a funny face while I'm carving, I realized. Stay sane and healthy, enjoy the forest, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.